compliant and diverse-like secure treatment facility. To accept this free call, press 0. To refuse the call, calls are subject to monitoring and may be recorded. Your call will now be connected. Thank you for using GTL.
Hello, is this Timothy? Hi, Timothy. What's your last name?
Yeah.
Hey, very cool. Well, thank you. My wife Jessica's here.
Hi, Timothy.
Where are you from? You have quite the accent. Oh, that's because I'm not from here. That's why.
Just how sometimes we girls do that when we like start a sentence. A little different.
Yeah. Well, listen, you can say hello to anyone you want. You can share what's on your heart, which is encouraged. And if we feel led, we will ask questions.
Yeah.
Gonna say anything to him, or are you just going to say mom, sister, and grandma?
Yeah.
There you go.
Great,
That'll show you.
Yeah. All right. Well, Timothy, share what's on your heart, my man.
Well, I've been locked up in the sex offender for something involvable and what they told me to do, which I did assault. They just wanted me, they programmed over to Minnesota sex offender program, but I've been locked up.
How old are you now, sir?
48, 49, July 3rd.
You have 1 minute.
Oh, you're right.
Yes, sir.
You can flip the phone over so you can control.
Thank you for.
This is like me pushing for an assessment for my child so that she's never in this position.
I can't, the parallels between your mission, what you're doing, and what I'm doing.
This is the after if my stuff doesn't happen right.
Yep. I do think it is kind of wild. And when I was in Oklahoma and I got my first vision of us together and saw what we would be doing and why before knowing anything, to see it unfolding and oh, that's how we end up there. It's with what, yeah. And and here's the craziest thing. I never even told you the whole, all the stuff and that you would be doing, just kind of glimpsed and do that little part out there. But to see you stepping into it, without me ever saying anything, the details and to see what you're doing. Now, the part that I didn't see is what you're doing right now, but seeing what you're doing right now was oh, that's how you end up doing that. And it's the battle that you've taken on with the school system now. It's amazing to me.
Well, kids that don't have the abilities to protect themselves need to be protected by the adults in charge.
Thank you for using GTL.
What the number is?
What's up, Wayne? No worries.
No worries at all. Well, welcome back. I got to tell you, you've been there for 30, you've been incarcerated essentially for 33 years.
Wow.
Go ahead.
Have you ever been diagnosed with any sort of disability or anything? Mental, physical, emotional?
One of the psychiatrists, whenever she turned around and she took that diagnosis off me, and I don't agree with that it was taken off. But I also have
what did
so it needs to be abnormally large. uh, 7 feet 2 inches tall.
Wow.
They weren't long enough.
Wow.
One of the things with myself syndrome is my body doesn't produce enough natural testosterone, so I have to get a shot every 2 weeks for the rest of my life.
Wow. So were you always bigger than all the other kids? Or did it take till you got older?
Before that, I went for the rock and everybody, but before I went at that time, I was like, I want to say I was like 4'7", 4'8". I was up
You had to buy your clothes. That would suck. Like every week.
That's bad.
my mom's still, still alive for something for me, but like for a lot of that stuff. But at the same time, with me being in here, you don't like following them.
You have 1 minute remaining.
If I have 1 minute, which I don't understand why. Can I call you back?
Yeah, of course you can.
Hold on.
All right.
Right with you.
Bye. That they had 2 free 5-minute calls, and in the 15-minute call, that's paid. The order that it happens is I don't understand.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's messed up.
they're
So
well,
you don't know
no,
if you're
I
gonna
don't.
get the important stuff out right away or not.
Well, I don't know if they know because he clearly didn't know. He's like, wait a second, a minute.
So, yeah, the ADHD, which is commonly misdiagnosed with autism,
Oh, I literally thought he was autistic.
and
Not talking smack. by the way.
well, the
Not-
situation that got him in trouble was wanting to please his peers and being coerced or manipulated into doing it, which is he probably wasn't most likely able to read what was actually happening and that he was the pit of the joke. Like it was to humiliate him. In his mind, he thought he was like cool kid.
Are you going to ask him if he's able to pick up on social cues?
No, he was still telling us about the second thing. I was gonna see if he started talking about any other stuff.
I don't think he does
That's what.
pick up on social cues.
See? Well, this is
I don't
this is why bullying is such an issue that needs to be addressed, because there are so many underdiagnosed kids in the school system that teachers are just annoyed by because they think they're normal and misbehaving, when in reality, they cognitively cannot decipher things the way, and socially, physically, the way that other kids do. So it comes out of them inappropriately because they don't know what's going on. So when kids are doing stuff like that, changing the rest of his life because of it, where was the adult? Why are no adults doing anything?
This just fueled your fire for the school. God, you're more excited than I get. Jiminy Christmas.
Hello.
Don't want to miss it.
Calls are subject to monitoring and may be recorded. Your call will now be accepted.
PTSD.
Thank you for using TTL.
Timothy,
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
hello. You remember where you were at? You were telling us a story.
So we don't have lots of people to do it for us, and, yeah, I wanted to get something from like WWE or something like that.
Wait, who's your favorite wrestler? Oh, he's one of the newer guys, right?
Yeah.
How do you get to watch wrestling?
They took people away from us years ago.
Probably saving you from.
It's
all of that.
it's saving you from a lot of pain, I think. Oh, that's interesting. I was actually thinking about your mother, like growing up when you hit that growth spurt, when you grew basically the size of 2 people
I thought you
in a year. Did she make clothes for you, or did you guys go shopping back then? And I'm not being a smart aleck.
Stuff like that. But
So wait, did you tell us already? But how did you end up there.
Yeah, you sound so sweet.
Like, I just want to give you a hug.
Yeah, me too. Oh yeah, it was about the people.
Oh,
that
that's right.
Go. See, we even forgot that you did anything sort of wrong.
Because you,
Just seems so.
okay, so, okay, so when you were young and impressionable and wanting to fit in, I want to go back there. Because that feeling, I know that feeling. That's a very, I had, like, all I ever wanted from my father was to say good job. So I would have set myself on fire and jumped off the Empire State Building to hear him say it. Like, I was obsessed with it. So I never felt like I was good enough. I never felt like I would amount to anything. I thought I was weird, didn't think I fit in. I felt alone. I was scared to death, didn't know who the hell I was, didn't know what was going on with me, all that stuff. So again, to fit in, hey, snort this, shoot this. It didn't matter how, break into this house, steal this, drink this piss out of a wine bottle. Like I did all that. So I understand that. Like, so there's, like, I can see how it happens. But for you, where were you at, like, mentally? Tell me about your environment, like
What's your
why were you
reality?
insecure? What was the reality for you then? And just take it as deep as you want to go.
Get out of the facility and they wouldn't let us out. So some people threw clothes in and started their clothes on fire. Oh, I was supposed to be there for a long time, but I ended up only being there for a couple months because I came to a nurse's aide that was being attacked by another inmate at the Suck Center Juvenile Correctional Facility.
Why were you angry? What started your anger and the rage?
I'm here right now, bro.
Oh, yeah, man, you can call back. Absolutely. What time? Well, actually, I'll work. I mean,
we're doing lunch at
Oh.
the girls' school from. Well, we'll be there until like 2. So afternoon, evening.
you want to do, like, is 4 or 5 o'clock good for you? Okay. Excellent. Look forward to it, man. Bye. Oh, they got curfew. Well, to be continued.
Yeah. Make sure my calendar was clear. I like
Did you
that.
put it in the calendar?
No, I just made sure it was open. I'll
Okay.
put it in the calendar.
Well, to be continued. Thank you for being here. What's up, everyone? We are back in a continuation of our conversation with Timothy. He just called, actually, and I didn't have my camera up because I forgot to have I had the background on. But he will be calling back anytime, so that may give us a couple minutes to be able to discuss, like, how do you feel after all of those conversations last night?
Well, heartbreaking. And just my mind works as simple as children not being cared for properly and then paying the consequences the rest of their lives. And that hurts my heart to think about. So strangely, I'm kind of excited to talk to him again. It's this connection that we already have formed.
Yeah.
So, and here he is.
That was that's perfect timing. It was like you knew he was going to call right now. All right, my friend. Oh, I gotta do.
Call.
I think you get used to that, huh?
I know, right?
Monitoring and being recorded. Your call will now be connected. Thank you for using GTL.
Did you get
Yes, sir. We're good to go now. I apologize about the issue there.
from?
Welcome back. I don't know what we were talking about when we ended yesterday.
Well, there was a lot. Maybe, Timothy, would you mind just kind of recapping why you believe you are still where you are?
Okay.
Sounds just like my kid's school. Why do you think they don't want to make accommodations for you? So they just want to continue mistreating people rather than doing the work. It would be intensive work to accommodate all of the people that are being mistreated because of their physical ailments and disabilities. So they just don't treat anyone right. Yeah. Oh.
One side my lungs raging from the size of it, and he goes, probably.
Hey, I'm gonna ask you something. Are you sitting on a specialty cushion by any chance? Have you had any redness on the back of your legs or your butt? Did you say yes? Okay, I don't know. Go ahead, go ahead. Okay. All right. So I'm so glad that you said this, because this is another thing that I'm going to send to the Department of Justice, because here's the thing. From a very practical standpoint here, I'm going to maybe bore you with this information. But what you're risking right now is a decubitus ulcer. A decubitus ulcer they come in all shapes and sizes. There's more serious levels of it. But like if you get to a stage 2 or even a stage 1, that can be scary. But progressively as it gets worse, it's one of those things that becomes chronic. To heal a decubitus ulcer, odds are you could have to have a flap surgery or something like that. Let me give you an idea. When I got out of that industry, a flap surgery was $300,000 for a month stay in the hospital, because that's what's required, and to heal this wound. And there's a 92%, or it used to be, that's what it was then. It's like 92% fail rate. In other words, you got to do it again and again. And with you being over 7 foot tall, how much do you weigh? Dude, you are okay. Oh my gosh. This is a bigger deal. This is a big deal. This is a massive problem. You could go to any wound care facility in America and tell them this situation, and they would freak out. This is not, listen, I have to tell you this for your own safety and your own protection. It is absolutely imperative that you do as much shifting of your weight as possible. I don't know if you do this or not, but you don't want to risk this. I mean, look, it may get you out of jail, but at the same time, I wouldn't wish that. I wouldn't wish a decubitus ulcer on Hitler. They're just bad. So please do as much pressure relieving as you can, because that can be a big problem. Big problem.
Can I ask, why did the doctor ask you about the falling? Is it related to the blood clots? Wow. So why are you falling? I'm sorry to get back to that, but what is the... Do you have neuropathy by chance? Oh, you've got a lot of stuff going on. Wow.
I would, well, I mean, the thing is too, I mean, yes, you need to be in a cushion, but the cushion doesn't do any good if you're not seated correctly, and the wheelchair has to be fitted for you appropriately. You fall into the category of a custom wheelchair. You would qualify under every qualifying capability as it is. Like that wheelchair, is that wheelchair fit? Well, I already know it's not fit to you. Is it just a big metal heavy chair? Yeah, it's the hospital chair. So you're basically given the equivalent of a K1. The coding is I can't believe I remember this. A K1, and it's a hospital grade wheelchair, rents for like nothing a month. He's basically got the worst wheelchair you can give someone.
So what could his mom do on his behalf to get him a wheelchair?
To reach it, well, for one, I would reach out to ADA, the American with Disability. Like ADA, I think it's ada.gov is the website, and that's a national level. There's state things to do. Really, it's about petitioning. I don't know who the insurance company is It's getting a letter from the doctor. It's that kind of stuff. And I mean, this situation, I don't know what law or rule could prevent him from getting an appropriate wheelchair. But I mean, honestly, there's no way that he can even do therapy. You already said the bathroom thing is one issue. But if the whole reason that they're there is for rehabilitation, if you are not well or you're taking medication that's keeping you from doing the treatment, then you don't need to be in the treatment program or judged because you can't do it. They have to make accommodations for that. You cannot discriminate against someone's ability to learn, to get care. And if you qualify from a medical standpoint, you can't not give somebody the appropriate medical equipment that allows them to complete, and this is the official words, their daily living activities. The way that you qualify for wheelchairs is you have to prove that this will help you complete your daily living activities. Your daily living activities are inside of a prison, but you still have requirements to go to meetings, to go to therapy, to do other things.
You have.
If you're not able to do that, then you can't do your treatment. Yeah. Okay. Not tonight. Let's do it another time. I would like to actually have a more lengthy time with you. Why don't you just reach out to me next week or, send a message through Daniel, because Daniel's mom emails me, whatever it takes. But I would love to talk to you again. I would love to hear your voice. I would love to stay connected.
Yeah.
Like, we genuinely care about you and we want to help.
Yeah.
Okay. And you can have your mom call, and you can have your mom call too, if she needs to. And we can help her. Okay. All right, brother. Thank you, Timothy.
Thank you, Timothy.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Oh, so sad.
So I get really upset with like going through all of these different stories. I get upset with a lot of them, especially the kids that were hurt. And then they're just, mimicking the behavior that happened to them. That bothers me. But I don't know if it's because I'm so emotionally tied to, people with complex disabilities and factor into that with all he has going on. But this is like torture.
Yeah. He got so many of the same things as my dad going on, like so many. I could have went through the list and he probably would have had all the things. That is a horrible way to live when you're in your own home. I can't even imagine being basically in prison, being treated like this.
He's already the guy from, I forgot that movie.
You're not supposed to do that.
Not.
No, I just read about that. I've been researching a lot of things when it comes to.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, I didn't mean it offensive.
No, I know.
No, it's just that, he's like this gentle giant.
He is.
I just want to give him a hug.
Very sweet. And my heart breaks for his mom because he clearly loves her so much and depends on her, which shows that she is showing him a lot of support, which bravo, mom.
Yeah.
Because that's our job.
Well, I hope she does reach out to us. I just hear, it's hard to imagine him being 7'2", 400 and whatever pounds. And when he speaks, it's like an innocent child talking.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like my inner child and his inner child are having a conversation.
Yeah. And this mama bear just wants to go in there and start ripping stuff up.
Well, so this was the very first episode of this series that you all heard. At the very beginning, we said that it was under civil justice. Well, I changed the name of this category of broadcast
To
uncivil justice. And I put that on the website. But what this is going to go under, this series is actually going to be called, it'd be one of those things, I probably should have edited this and put it at the very beginning. But for some reason, I felt like this belonged in its own category. And so I'm really excited that I'm just going to put this together. It's going to be a series that'll be on the website. We're going to separate every one of these conversations, which you all obviously can figure out by now. That's what happened. So I pray that people listen to this with an open heart. I ask this with every one of these conversations, but I really mean it, because have a heart. Like, these people are worthy of your prayers, of support. I mean, like, just heart support,
Yeah.
because this could happen to
And
any of us. It could have happened to me. Like, any of these things could have happened to any of us.
It still could.
It still could. Yeah.
It could happen to my daughter one day. Yeah, it could happen to your daughter. It could happen to anyone, and nobody deserves to live a life of the cruel and unusual punishment and torture by neglect and whatever else is going on. So nobody deserves this.
Well, thank you guys for watching, and thank you for your support. We'd be so grateful if you shared this out with people, because the more people that are aware of this, the more opportunities we have for people to care and use their voice or do something. And if you're somebody that has ever dealt with civil commitment in any way, I mean, my goodness, celebrities go through civil commitment, and that's not even, and it's not talked about. They don't use that word for some reason. Like, you have to dig for it, but that's essentially what it is. And yeah, mind you, she's quote unquote rich and famous, and she has a good life, is what people would assume. Of course, if you really knew how all that worked, you probably wouldn't assume that. But she's got a handler. She's got somebody that controls her. And that's what the judge released her of. The reason why it was so hard for her to get her freedom is because civil commitment is slavery. It is slavery. And there's obviously worse cases of it, which these men are dealing with. But this affects more people than you know, and it indirectly affects all of you. And I hope that this 6-part series helped you see that. You have anything you want to say?
I have found a new passion, and I hope we get to do more.
Oh, of course we do. We were in this fight. I'm not going to go quietly,
Yeah, we don't
because
do
these
things
people,
quietly.
no, and these people are worth fighting for. God bless you. Thank you for listening, watching.